What's going on, Nightomaniacs, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a mask review for you. So as always, let's go into the stockpile and see what we have today. And today we're looking at our Fusion Semi Pro mask. It's a fusion between Caristico and Mistico. So you can see the details on the side of the face over here. Pay more homage to the Caristico mask, as well as the cross on the forehead. Now, to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, Caristico is Mistico. It's the same person. It's just, I guess, like the pre-gimmick, the precursor to Mistico. It is on a metallic blue lycra spandex, and it's also on a metallic white iridescent spandex. So you can see the top portion of the mask going around the back to the bottom of the neck is the blue metallic spandex. And then the face going all the way up until here, coming back down. So essentially the entire front portion of the mask is the white iridescent metallic. And then with the Mistico, you also have the signature mouth. You see the stitching is done actually really nice on this one. This is one of the nicer Semi Pros. I mentioned in another video, sometimes you get Semi Pros that are like really outstandingly good, and then you get others that are kind of subpar. As you can see, the detail, the stitching, you know, everything's very clean on this mask, and this is only a Semi Pro. You see the stitching around the eyes, all the detail. Done very well. You only got like a little bit of flaring over here, nothing crazy. Not like some of the other masks where it's like it's very thin fabric, almost like a very thin vinyl. I guess it would be a thin vinyl, but the thicker it is, the easier it is to keep the form, the shape. The thinner it is, the more likely it's going to flare up like that in certain spots. It all depends how much reinforcement is down on the stitching or on the gluing. You see the sparkle from the blue in the base fabric. And you also see the iridescent sparkle in the white fabric as well. Got the neck. So the neck on this one, I believe, is an elastic band, which is very common on the Mistico Semi Pro masks, and I'm pretty sure on the pro grade, some of the pro grades at least. So you just slip it over your head. You'll have to do some minor adjusting, but it works. See underneath the mask. Got back to the detail around the mouth. So for the vinyl coloring, it looks like we have a gold iridescent, a blue iridescent, and then some black. And then we got a little bit of silver in the cross. Well, it looks like the silver is also iridescent. And then if we turn it over to the back side of the mask, you got what looks like a phoenix cross. I say it's a phoenix because of the wings over here. That's what I see. But it could also just be like maybe another face on the back. See all the panels on how they built the mask. So this bottom portion of the base layer is one piece. The two sides of the white iridescent is one piece. And the top of the mask is two pieces by the looks of it. Got a piece on the right side and a piece on the left. The construction on this mask is done very well. Very similar to like the Rey Mysterio's. And I say that because Rey Mysterio is the most common luchador mask out there. Like if you go to Mexico or you go to like other parts of the world where lucha libre or wrestling is a big popular thing, Rey Mysterio is kind of one of the most likely icons you see, especially when it comes for lucha libre. He's kind of up there with Blue Demon and El Santo, Mil Mascaras. So when I say like the Rey Mysterio, I mean Rey Mysterio is very popular. So because it's very popular, the detail's usually done better. Now you do get some masks that, you know, have a little bit of errors, or the colors are different, or it's not as good as the one previous to it. And that does happen, but for the most part, they're all pretty bang on. And so when I compare this Caristico Mistico mask to it, it's probably because it's another very popular luchador mask. Very popular luchador in Mexico. So probably because of that, the detail is a lot nicer, because they got to make so many of these, and if it doesn't look well, then it's probably going to get tossed aside. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm just speculating here on why some masks look a lot nicer even as a semi-pro than the other ones do. Yeah. See the detailing and the stitching. All right, let's flip this inside out and take a look at the underside. And this is the underside of the Caristico Mistico mask. Man, now that I say Caristico Mistico, I think it's just a Caristico mask. Because there's more detail on this mask that's more known on the Caristico style mask than there is on the Mistico mask. There are a lot of similar traits, like with the sun rays around the mouth and the sun rays around the cross. But I'm not quite sure now that I say it. I think this is only a Caristico mask. Either way, it is the same luchador, just a different style of mask or a different gimmick, or perhaps gone by a different moniker. See the rays on the top around this cross. So this mask, the one you see in this video, the one I'm recording right now, is the one I have available for sale on the website. It's the only one I have. So again, I like to point these out to everyone, just in case. Also, in case you're wondering why your bag might look a little bit opened, because sometimes in the past I've opened these masks to put on display at conventions and at markets or at live shows. So I just like being as honest as possible when it comes to this. But this is a 101, so the one you see in this video is the one that's available on the website. Here's the back side. Again, very clean stitching. Here's the underside of the left side of the mask. Now, some people are wondering, is it hard to breathe because the mouth is covered? The mouth parts that are covered is just a thin piece of lycra spandex with the detail over top of it. It is not hard to breathe through it. Now, I'm not going to say everyone's going to have it the same. You know, if you have any respiratory issues, it might be a little bit harder for you to breathe through it. But for me, to my knowledge, I don't have any. And I don't find it hard to breathe through the mask at all. It does get a little hot from wearing it, but it's actually not as hot as wearing like a latex mask, because the fabric is breathable. So in case you were wondering. Elastic band. Looks like they flipped up the fabric over to make it a lot cleaner, which is done very nicely.
So which one is it? Is it a Mistico Caristico mask, or is it just a Caristico mask? Because I'm honestly not sure. Originally, I thought it was a Mistico and Caristico mask. But now the more that I look at it, I think it's just a Caristico mask. So if you know, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you're looking for a Lucha mask or anything else, be sure to check out our website. Thank you guys so much again for watching another mask review, and we'll see you next time.